Hi, my name is Brett Harrison, and I'm a sales manager in the Central Region here at Agtegra. I'd like to take a few minutes today to talk to you about the importance of nutritional management in our crops throughout the growing season. Now, in most cases, when we begin to put a nutritional plan together, we mainly focus on the soil-applied fertilizers that go on ahead of the planter, with the planter, and even top dress sometimes in season. And here at Agtegra, we also have the tools to take an in-depth look at our zone management with fertility through our MZB platform. Now, with this platform, we can begin to layer our soil fertility, our soil types, our soil structure, in-season imagery, and even yield data to begin to get a very accurate look at a prescription of what our soils need for nutrition to hit a particular yield goal. But what I want to focus on today is taking a look at that next level of nutritional management. Because here at Agtegra, we believe that to hit our highest yield potential, we need to have a crop that starts healthy and stays healthy throughout the growing season. Now, everything I've talked about so far will help ensure that our crop starts healthy. But how do we begin to gauge the nutritional health of our plant as we go throughout the growing season? One of the diagnostic tools that we like to use is that of tissue sampling. Now, we typically take a tissue sample at the V4 growth stage in corn. The reason that we do that is because from the V4 to V6 crop stage, it's beginning to determine how many rows around and how many rows long its ear is going to have. Basically, it's beginning to look at its overall yield potential for that particular year. And any sort of stress or illness that's going on in that plant at that time will force that plant to start to reduce the amount of kernels that it can plan for. So a common question that we get around this issue is, my soil samples came back and said I had plenty of sulfur, boron, or zinc in my soil. Why in the world would my plant be showing deficiencies at this time? Again, we can have the plan in place and execute that and put plenty of nutrients out there, but because of certain environmental issues that come up, that plant might not be able to get to certain nutrients at that time, whether that's from saturated soils or just simply because the roots haven't grown fast enough to get to those nutrients yet. The great part about a V4 tissue sample is that we still have time to fix those deficiencies and correct them before they start to rob some of our yield potential. We can do that by adding a foliar feed micronutrient at the V5 growth stage. For instance, Microsol 503B is a foliar feed micronutrient produced by Prescription Ag, which is a division of Agtegra that has an industry-leading analysis of several micronutrients that can help cover a multitude of deficiencies in our crop plant for the particular growing season. We also work very closely with other distributors to help find products that can specifically target certain deficiencies in the field. Perhaps your tissue sample comes back and it has sufficient levels of nutrients of everything except for boron. We can take a look at certain products that just target boron deficiencies to help boost that plant back to where it needs to be. So I want you to consider for a moment an NFL football player and what they take their body through to be able to perform at a peak level, from what they eat and put through their system, to the exercise routines that they go through, to the way that they plan for a Sunday afternoon football game. Now, at the end of the day, they're all still human, and any of them can get the flu on a particular Sunday morning. Now, if a football player has the flu on Sunday, they're not going to perform at their peak level. But a lot of times what the medical staff will do is to hook these guys up to IVs to push fluids, electrolytes, and other boosters to help mask the illness that's going on inside their body so that they can still perform at a high level for a short period of time. I want you to consider foliar feed micronutrients in that same light. By adding Microsol 503B, you're not necessarily fixing any deficiencies that might or might not be going on in your soil, but you're helping that plant perform at a very high level at a very critical time in the growing season. All of these micronutrients that we talked about today range in price from $3.50 to $5 an acre, which I believe is a very cost-effective investment at a very critical time in your plant's growing cycle. I want to thank you for the time that you've given me today to talk about season-long nutritional management. And if you have any questions about tissue sampling or foliar feed micronutrients, please contact your local sales agronomist today. Thanks and have a great day.